Ciao! I am Jackaroo Toro, and on this channel I talk about Australian Aboriginal languages, predominantly Pama-Nyungan languages. So, in a few videos now I have been introducing words for body parts in these three neighboring languages of northwestern Western Australia, closely related Ngarla and Nyamal, and more distantly related Nyangumarta. And in the past couple of videos I have focused on the face. So now I thought let's do a couple of more words relating to things on the face in this case, and then let's move away from the face and the head to other parts of the body. Yes, so let's start here. Some people obviously have mustaches and beards on their faces. These words here mean both beard and whiskers, as it so happens. English has two different words, but here these words all mean both beard and whiskers. But mustache is called Nyamu in Ngarla, and the reason that this is reduplicated may be connected to the fact that a mustache can be considered to consist of two halves. In a previous video I introduced this word, jani, for eyebrow or eyebrows. And the reason this is reduplicated may also be that there are two eyebrows. And perhaps I should in this context mention that I am not 100% sure if this actually means eyebrow, singular, or eyebrows. Anyway, palakaringara, nyamu. That man with a mustache in Ngarla. Unfortunately, no word for mustache is listed in the Nyamal dictionary, but in the Nyangumarta dictionary we have nyamu, once again, and this one, taburji, which must be an original Nyangumarta word. You see, in Ngarla there are few words that have an initial T, and all of them seem to have been borrowed either from English, like town, or tangi, that's donkey, or from Nyangumarta. Words with an initial T are allowed in Nyangumarta, but generally not in Ngarla, so there are no indigenous words, original Ngarla words with an initial T. Yes, I haven't studied Nyamal in detail, but considering that Ngarla and the Nyamal are so closely related, I would expect the situation to be the same in Nyamal when it comes to words beginning with T. Anyway, moving on to beard and whiskers. Not very much variation here. Ngarnga in Ngarla. In Nyamal there are two versions. You exchange one nasal sound in the middle of the word here for another, so you get both ngarnga and nganga. Ngarnga, nganga. Yes, in Nyangumarta once again, ngarnga, but they also have this version, ngarngan. Yes, so moving away from the face and the head, Let's start with these words here. Here we are fairly close to the head still. So here we have actually different words in all languages. So waligari is the Ngara word for neck, while in Nyamal they have ngani, and in Nyangumarta ngalgi. And moving away, we come to the shoulder. Here, two Ngara words are known, Pilbara and Wadara. And this one is also used in Nyamal, but here they have two different versions. So in one of them you have the tip of the tongue pointing forwards here in the middle of the word. In the other, the tip of the tongue pointing backwards. So wadara and wadara. Yes. And as you can see, there are a bunch of known words in Nyangumarta. They have karba, they have karbara, which is known from Ngara as well. This is obviously a version of karba, where an extra syllable has been added. But there are also these words, jali, walyi, and ngundi. So why so many words? I will come back to that soon. Let's first look at elbow. So here there is not much variation. We have the tip of the tongue bent backwards here in the middle of the words in yorgo and yorgo, and we have the tip of the tongue forwards in yilgo. So essentially the same word in three different versions. Now, last but not least, we come to the knees. Kango is a word that exists in all three languages, as you can see, but a few additional words are known from Nyangumarta. So, modi, modingi, and mundora. So why so many words? Well, my friend and colleague Brian Gatenbeek has figured out that back in traditional days, when family-based groups were nomadic, each group had its own word for lots of different things. And there were lots of words floating around, so you would know what words other such family-based groups had. So why so many words? Many words that mean exactly the same thing. Well, this seemed relevant, and it seemed a good idea because of the taboo restriction I have mentioned earlier. The taboo restriction that says that when someone dies, you cannot mention their name or words that are similar to their name for 20 years, the time it takes for a new generation to grow up. So it seemed like a good idea to have lots of different words floating around for exactly the same thing. This is not how we do things in Europe or in European languages. Usually there are not lots of synonyms that mean exactly the same thing. But this is the case in Australian Aboriginal languages because of the taboo restriction. Yes, and I will be back with more names for body parts, but this is all for today. So, see you later.